of the SJP Properties and Scotto Properties teams, we'd like to thank you for the opportunity to present this evening. SJP Properties is a privately owned, fully integrated commercial and residential real estate developer. I want to kind of highlight for you our company a little bit because I think it's important to distinguish ourselves from perhaps some of the rest of the development community and how we're structured and how we approach our projects. We're pretty fixated on execution, but the primary difference that you'll see is that our staff is broken down into different departments, and we keep a staff of roughly 150 people. So we have a core and shell team, which is essentially the group that builds the exterior of the building. We have an interior group that builds the interior for tenants. We have an asset management team, a property management team, a leasing team. We've been in business for over 35 years. We've built 25 million square feet exclusively here in the metropolitan area. We've done more built-to-suits than all of our competition combined. So what I'm saying in a very direct way is that we are not a fly-by-night developer. We're committed to the places where we develop, and we continue to maintain relationships within those communities, and we're an extension of the community wherever we are. So today we're still in Newark, we're in Jersey City, we're in Princeton, we're in Parsippany, and we hope to have and continue a relationship here in Morristown. And this is an important part of what we do because we're very aware and conscious of the brand, and having a history of developing on time and on budget is something we want to continue to perpetuate. The group really likes to learn from prior projects. We're in the pursuit of perfection for everything we do. Our company tagline is "Success is in the details," and we take that pretty seriously. In terms of the projects you see on the board, all of it's contextual within the environments, so please don't be overwhelmed by what you see here. But just highlighting some of them, a waterfront corporate center in Hoboken is a $1.5 million square foot project that we did within that transit village. It is now home to Walmart, Ernst & Young, Marsh McLennan, Newell Rubbermaid, Nice Systems, and the buildings are bustling with energy. Every day at lunchtime, you see the lobbies filled with people, there's vibrancy, and those folks are walking up and down and enjoying the downtown of Hoboken. And I see a lot of similarities here in Morristown, and I'll touch on that in a minute. The Prudential Tower, which we did on behalf of Pru, is a 750,000 square foot built-to-suit. We acted as project developer. We took that project all the way from concept to occupancy. So it got down to the point where our team, some of which is sitting here today, helped execute everything from procuring their furniture, their equipment, their IT, so not just the core and shell, not just the LEED accreditation, not just the window systems and the design, but everything down to what was put into the building and in the interior, and we're still there today. Panasonic, 300,000 square foot built-to-suit. We still reside in the building today as engineers and base building property manager. M Station. Office tenants provide vibrancy to locations. And why is that important? Well, it's important because we all know that the retail sector is changing, right? It's contracting, it's evolving, it's more experiential than it's ever been. We're shopping online more and more. And office tenants bring that vibrancy and daytime traffic, as Frank alluded to in his opening message, that is different than residential. What you don't want to have is you don't want to become similar to a Harrison, and I know we all know the Jersey City market and that office market, but the truth of the matter is Jersey City suffers from a commutation pattern that takes everybody into New York every day. They come back Friday afternoon, they shower, get dressed, and go back to New York. You want an environment where you keep people in Morristown, active in Morristown. Everyone's familiar with the phrase live, work, play. In my mind, it's all live. Residents want to live near where they work. They don't want the long commute. And I think what this project does is it provides an opportunity for office tenants to station themselves in a location where they're able to attract talent. And that's really the driver here for Morristown. Morristown is a mature market ready for this use. You have the arts, you have restaurants, you have the residential, and now you have tenants saying that they need to be in a town like Morristown. Why? Because your town is the amenity. That's really the differentiator here. Our organization was ahead of this trend. 20 years ago, we started the Waterfront Corporate Center project, and Hoboken and Jersey City were really at the forefront of what it meant to get to a transit location. And unfortunately for us, in a lot of forums, people say train, but they just mean Starbucks. Here, you have both, right? And not only that, but the site itself is transformational. It's a tie to the green. It's aching to become that tie. And I think what you're going to see too as a result of the project is you're going to see your train station get utilized more, which is going to bring that talent out from the east, from Hoboken, from Jersey City. And it's an important part of what we're witnessing within the office community because the trends are changing. These buildings have been designed with tremendous careful thought. These aren't just images you see in front of you. We've been working on this project for a year. Every detail, every design, every floor plate, every ceiling height, every window design has been discussed more than I care to admit. So why the design? Well, the tenants drive that. We listen to the marketplace. What you're seeing here is a reflection of what we know about the office tenants and their environment. So we're not just guessing at this. We didn't just bifurcate the assets for the sake of doing it. These floor plates, this design is all meant to incorporate today's user. Morris County has notoriously had large office users. If you talk about pharma, finance, the tenants in Florham Park, the tenants in Parsippany, we've taken into account all of their behavior here in terms of how they view their workplace strategy. And I'm going to turn it over to Roger, who's going to tell you more about the architectural design associated with M Station.
Morristown.